Yes. Are you? Have you seen them all? All the Deadpools leading up.
Yes.
Are you a fan of Deadpools?
I have not. I did not see the first one.
Yeah.
I love Ryan Reynolds, and I know he's going to be hilarious.
Yeah.
So I don't know a whole lot about the whole world of characters meeting up in different.
I don't think you have to. That's
Yeah.
what's so great about these. I think is because they're just.
Yeah.
You can just go and watch it and enjoy it and have fun with it and not have to.
Yeah.
Okay, where does this fit into the whole timeline and how the blah blah?
Hard part for me is I have a little one, and so I have to get.
He's
going to
wanna,
but he does want to so bad.
Yeah.
My husband said no.
Did Disney make like a PG-13 version of the first one? I thought. I think they
maybe
had,
or the second one.
Yeah, there's
one
that has like a clean-ish version.
I do think it's weird though that they keep making these multiverses where they can just like bring in new people.
They can just do whatever they want.
Yeah, they do whatever they want.
This one does take a little bit of a deep dive because you have a lot of like Loki,
Yeah.
TVA kind of things happening, but you don't have to know.
Yeah, don't
right?
you think there will be things like for somebody who hasn't seen it, there's just going to be funny stuff.
It's going to be funny.
Yeah, but for big old goobs like me, it's also going to do the other stuff.
Also, there's a lot of weird, like Taylor Swift fans are like really excited.
Is Lady Deadpool Taylor Swift?
They think that she's going to be Dazzler.
Oh,
what is
Dazzler's one of these characters. Yeah,
I don't know Dazzler.
Yeah.
Oh, well, let me tell you.
Because in the
I
think
Dazzler.
Deadpool like wears a shirt with her cats on it, and like there's a lot of like sneak peeks into like her music is in the film and stuff like that. So there's a lot of buzz around that.
Oh, I had no idea.
Yeah.
That's kind of fun. That makes me more excited. It'll be. I think this is going to be the first movie that we've been a part of that's a big weekend opener that the theater will actually be packed.
Yeah.
Like we've been to a bunch of them this summer, and I mean, not a lot of people in the theater, but I think this one is.
There's a lot of
crush.
showings this weekend.
Yeah.
A lot of showings.
Yeah. What do you guys think about Hugh Jackman coming back to Wolverine?
I love it.
Especially after Logan, because Logan was really
Logan was
good
so
and
good.
intense.
I thought he should have gone out on Logan.
I just
if I'm gonna be
recently
honest.
watched it, and it's scary. Like
it's
so
I
good.
cried.
It's a good movie.
I don't know if you can ever have another Wolverine. It's like Iron Man and Robert Downey Jr. Like we can't have another one. He is Iron Man, and I think he's.
Yeah, but what
Wolverine.
happens when he's too old to do the stuff?
Then we know more Wolverine.
We talked about that yesterday. How when they get to a certain spot where it's like either they die off, and with this magical universe you can
do whatever.
But like how some of the actors have said, okay, it's time. I know it's time to turn it over to another one, and then they can do either the prequel or the. You can do kind of whatever you want, like
eventually,
just restart it over.
That's what they'll have to do. Eventually, you'll reboot everything, and there'll be a new Captain America and a new Iron Man because they'll have to, because they're not going to give up on these characters.
Yeah.
But there's some characters I loved Henry Cavill's Superman, but to have a new one is not a big deal to me. He wasn't all Superman.
Him as the Witcher
whereas
is another story.
He really is Wolverine, and it will be very tough.
I think those are the big three that fit the character so perfectly. Is Chris Evans as Captain America, Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man, and Ryan Reynolds.
Wait,
Deadpool.
Chris Hemsworth is Thor.
God, see, it's hard to picture. They're so indelibly
because that
connected.
First run of MCU did so well.
good.
Yeah. Like, and everything else is kind of tanked.
Yeah. Everything post Endgame has been a little
mid.
Oh, I was going to say, before we move on, I did want to mention that you guys are hosting a screening of this, right?
Yeah,
Yes,
Kenwood.
Yeah, it's 7:10 in Kenwood Theater.
Is it sold out yet? It's got to be
Tonight or
close.
tomorrow?
I bet it's close.
Tomorrow.
They hold some tickets for us, so we always
they
don't
have
know.
like
But
15 showings tomorrow in Kenwood Theater. There's a lot.
And
it's like every
funny.
hour.
Do you guys think it's weird that we still talk about movies opening on Fridays? When they,
when
they
they
open on
really
Thursday.
don't.
They start about 4 o'clock on Thursday
Well, it
afternoon.
used to be you could go Thursday at 12:01.
Midnight, correct.
I
and we
loved
would do
midnight shows.
midnight
They were
and-
so fun.
And then they destroyed it by you would go at midnight, but oh wait a minute, there was one at 7.
Correct.
Oh man, that's it's weird.
I loved
but I
midnight
think
showings.
they don't count. Do they count that as opening weekends now? And if
They
they
do.
how do you tie that back to the day
when they didn't do that?
They didn't do that. It's
true.
weird. It is weird.
It's
But
fuzzy math.
the theater is such an interesting thing for me because I'm really into how do I get people come back into it. But, so I think you just have to have a movie this
big.
Well,
good
and really, it's kind of 2 weekends in a row because I think Twisters brought them in too. Just in terms of it just
I really
felt
wanna
like
see Twister.
I haven't seen.
Have you seen it? I haven't seen it yet either. But it feels like a go to the theater
I
movie.
devoted my time to Longlegs, which was.
Oh, let's talk about that. You guys wanted to. I don't know a lot about it.
So did you? You didn't see Longlegs?
I
did
did
you?
not.
I did.
It's
I've never
horror
laughed
film.
more. I've never laughed
Horror
more in
film.
a suspense thriller film in my entire life.
But you laughed because it was
Is it
bad.
supposed to be funny or
No,
was it bad?
it's not supposed to be funny at all. But Nick Cage is just like
Nicolas Cage is in it?
Yes, he's the bad guy.
I've heard of this.
He's the bad guy. I couldn't take him seriously. He's like singing. He's like, "Let me in," and I busted out laughing in the theater because I was like, "This is not scary at all in any way whatsoever."
Well, maybe it'll become one of those next.
It's gonna definitely be a cult film.
But I feel like when you're adding Nicolas Cage, you're asking for it
You're
to not
asking
be
for it to be funny. He
serious.
was also a producer of the film, and like, was it scary? Sure, but like, if it wasn't Nicolas Cage as the bad guy.
Okay.
It was so good, though. You should definitely see it.
Okay, so it was so good, it was bad. It was so bad, it was good.
bad, it was good.
Okay, Longlegs.
Okay.
right.
One little teaser I heard, not for Longlegs, but for a future coming out MCU movie, is that they're going to do this like quick, all these other existences of Iron Man, and Tom Cruise is going to be one of the Iron Men.
I saw somebody talking about that, and because
Just like real quick.
if they're leading with, because I guess the Russo brothers are back in talks to do a couple of the like upcoming Avengers movies, and if they get to the Secret Wars movie, which I think is the plan,
that's the plan.
that's such a big comic book crossover of all these different universes kind of thing, where they could bring in any version of any character doing anything.
That blows my mind. I lose track.
It's huge. Did you watch the Nick Fury Secret Wars
Secret
show?
Wars, yeah. It was.
It started off kind of cool.
Yeah,
and
but
then that's what a lot of the MCU stuff is. It's so much, and I'm gonna watch it all.
Me too.
But I was gonna watch it all since like Blade in 1997. I was like, this is the best thing that's ever happened.
Correct.
But like, I think the average, like my wife, as I see, is like, hey, she liked these other ones. She's not watching all these.
This one,
She's
yeah.
like,
Yeah, that's kind of where I fall.
There's sort of a lot that's sort of.
There's a lot.
It's ancillary. If you want to watch it, great. If not, you'll still be fine if you go see some of the other stuff.
The Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds duo, though.
Yes.
Like,
It's pretty good.
It's great.
It is a bromance on the highest level because they clearly just dig each other outside of being in the movie together, just hanging out on
we
the
were trying to figure out
tour.
our favorite duos.
Thelma
ever.
and Louise.
Thelma and Louise.
That's one of mine.
That was pretty good too.
Louise, yeah.
All right.
I kept going back to like Lethal Weapon.
Oh,
In my head, it was like Mel Gibson, controversy noted, and
correct.
Danny Glover.
Correct.
As long as you say controversy noted, you can say
Then
that.
you're fine.
Get him as helping. Yes.
Well,
but
my God.
those days, Lethal Weapon 1 and 2 and even 3 were.
Well, then I just watched Maverick with my children. I was like, and then
Oh,
Danny Glover
Danny
comes up for
Glover
1
pops up.
second, and I was like, guys, you don't understand. This is hilarious.
Yes.
You just don't know that it's hilarious.
And he even says the line.
Yes, he says
I mean,
it.
Come on. I can't believe
Okay.
you. That's totally what the one I was going with too.
Well, then I'm also going Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly.
Okay.
yeah.
They're
Whatever
always
they're
fine.
in, doing.
Whatever they're in.
Forgive them for
That
I
would
think wasn't
probably
it
be my
Sherlock
choice.
that was like a bad one or something. Wasn't there a Sherlock
There
Holmes
was.
movie they did?
Yeah,
I
but
never
it's
saw
still
because
kind of funny because you like them.
But
But
outside
yeah,
of that, everything they've done is fine.
And then I love the Brad Pitt, George Clooney.
Oceans, all the Oceans
just-
movies.
They're
have a
so
good-
handsome.
Adam Sandler and Drew Barrymore. Adam Sandler and Drew Barrymore. They did a lot of funny
They
movies
do
for
a
a
lot
while.
of things. Yeah.
Adam Sandler and Friends.
Jennifer Aniston.
Jennifer Aniston.
Yeah,
Because
they're
they're
a good
really
one.
good friends in
Oh,
real
yeah.
life.
Yeah.
And so when they're on screen, it's kind of cool.
they have good
but
chemistry.
and that's not my favorite.
Well, how about Billy Crystal and
It's
two different duos. One is a deeper cut, Gregory Hines in a movie called Running Scared. I really
Okay.
love buddy cop movies in the 80s.
Buddy
They
cop
were pretty
movies.
good. Yeah.
Just all about
TV
that.
shows in the 80s.
Do you ever
too.
remember the buddy cop movie with Jay Leno and Mr. Miyagi, right?
Yes, I can't remember the name of it. Pat Morita.
Pat Morita. And they're like buddy.
Yeah.
It's like Rush Hour before Rush Hour.
Yeah, it's not. It's not great.
It's horrible.
but it's good.
Oh.
It's good, not great.
Buddy cop movies are good. And I just rewatched all the original Beverly Hills Cop,
So good.
which they're still really
Yeah,
good.
they are.
So we want to talk about Axel F at some point on a podcast with you guys because
Love it.
Let's do
I
it.
think the nostalgia is there.
I've never seen any
and
of them.
she's never seen any of them, so I want her to watch them all.
You need
Yes.
to watch them before we. Yeah.
Oh, there's one line that you'll hate. There's one line at the end of the third one, or the second one, because you remember Sylvester Stallone's wife, the really tall.
Yes,
Yeah, Brigitte
Brigitte
Nielsen.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, like she's like the main villain, and like the end line is like women, right? Like, and I'm like, well, Ashley's gonna be so
And we
mad.
just lost the
She's
cinematic.
gonna be
And we
so
lost the
mad.
cinematic.
After the whole movie, it's just like
It's just
women,
like
right?
it's just like Chasing Amy that you're like, this movie's so good. It is terrible.
I rewatched that recently, like not
It
that
does
long
not
ago, and
hold
it
up
didn't
well.
hold up to me.
No.
Ben Affleck, Matt Damon, though. That's
Oh,
another.
that's another
I
one.
love them.
But unfortunately, we got to wrap
Yes,
up.
sorry.
But let people know where they can find you and your
We are
screens.
cinemaguys.com, and then come to Kenwood Theater on Friday at 7:10 to hang out with us.
And watch a movie with us.
And watch a movie with us.
Fun. We need to do that.
And we need to do a podcast with you.
Yes.
That sounds like fun too. All right.
Hey, Hey there. Yeah, you could stop watching right now, but let's be honest, you don't want to do that. Hit the links or click subscribe to see more amazing content from all of us here at Local 12.